all the pet lovers out there, strong demand has led to soaring prices in pet land, and Rover is an online marketplace for pet care. The company matches pet owners with pet care providers who offer services including boarding and in-home pet sitting and dog walking and training and the whole thing. Joining us now is Aaron Easterly, CEO and co-founder of Rover. Is this, welcome, Aaron. I'm curious, is this kind of a subscription model? In other words, do I sign up and then pay per service, or do I just, like, as in the case of Uber, do I just say, hey, I need a pet walker 3 times today at my address in Jersey City?
Well, first, thanks for having me, Tyler. Rover is the world's largest pet marketplace for pet services. We're generally a transactional model. So people will go to Rover and find an animal lover in their neighborhood when they're leaving town or they need a walker. We have some offerings that almost function as a subscription, but we're mostly transactional.
So, and as you point out, you're international. I was amazed that you're not, it's not just a U.S. company. You're all through Europe. Name some of the countries.
France, UK, Spain, Italy. We're in 8 countries in Western Europe.
What does it cost if I have a dog, all right? Let's say I have 2 dogs and I need dog walking twice a day for 5 days, and I want you to spend a little time with my dog because I'm going to be away. What does it cost?
For dog walking, $20, $25 per walk is typical. Drop-in visits, maybe a little bit less. For overnight services, $35, $40 may be more the norm.
And how do you vet the providers whom you hire to do these services in pet care?
In North America, all of our service providers go through a background check. They have to fill out a profile. They go through a human and technical review before they're approved to appear on the website. That process includes submitting references. In Europe, we actually do identity verification and go through a similar process as well. Mostly Rover is pet lovers. People do Rover in addition to their primary income. So we attract people who love animals and would love to spend time with animals. For most people, it's not primary income.
I see.
So we've talked about how much prices have gone up, Aaron, and how much more they can go up at this point, especially when a lot of pet owners, Gen Z, millennials, face some budget pressures with those student loan payments restarting, and just in the surveys that we've been talking about on CNBC all day long. Are you sensing any kind of tension out there about, how much more people can pay for their pets?
For our business, we're actually seeing record customer economics. So for the customers we acquired this year, they're performing at the best levels we've ever seen. And that was on top of last year's record, which is on top of the prior year's record. So we're just seeing an up and up trajectory in terms of the spending and the customer economics. That being said, in the broader pet industry, we have seen some people talk about people being a little bit more frugal. But our business, we're actually seeing record levels of spend.
There's also not just one marketplace where you can find dog sitting. There's been others, and it's fairly easy, I would have to imagine, for disruptors to try to come in on that turf. How do you maintain your market share and grow it at a time like this, and especially in an era of higher interest rates may make it a little more difficult to invest and expand?
Well, we're fortunate in the sense that we're self-funded. We have a lot of cash in the bank, but we're also producing a good amount of cash. We had a step function change in our profitability. So when we look to expand, we're not dependent upon loans. We're not dependent upon new funding coming in. So that makes it easy. Our business has powerful network effects. For the last 12 and a half years, we've been building a marketplace that makes extensive use of data science. So as we have more bookings come in, we get more data. We can do a better job of matching you with the perfect sitter. And as we match you with someone better, you're more likely to use Rover and more likely to come back and more likely to recommend Rover to a friend. And those powerful network effects are pretty defensible and create a competitive advantage for us.
All right. Aaron, thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Rover shares up 21% and more than doubled so far this year.